Hello again. I am Zoe Watkins, Program Coordinator for Mountain School and Conferences and Retreats here at the North Cascades Institute. Driving into work this morning, I was struck, as I often am, by the magnitude and beauty of the Upper Skagit Valley. Each season brings its own unique attributes, its own rich color schemes that morph and transition into one another. Seasons that fully embody themselves at every stage. But you know, there's something particularly captivating about summer. What is summer like where you live? Here, the cyclical, seasonal, phenological changes of summer bring the sun, the turquoise shift of Diablo Lake, an influx of hikers and campers, the butterflies. Would you like to see? The process of phenology doesn't necessarily need to be any more complicated than becoming more aware and taking notice of the changes occurring around you. In our home, for example, these seasonal changes influence when we find ourselves needing more or less rest, when we'll see certain birds and animals more or not at all, when sickness visits us more or less often, when we eat or have access to more or less of certain foods. These are all important observations. However, on the off chance you too are interested in setting up your own phenology plot, similar here to the Deer Creek Loop, and who knows, maybe even share it out to larger community science initiatives, then I have a couple pointers I'd like to share. Please know that this information is also provided as a written document through the link below. First, decide what plants capture your interest and remember them. Here is the map I made to indicate what species we find important. Additionally, we mark them all with tags, as it's easy to mistake a particular plant for another if it's side by side with another of the same species. Second, determine how frequently you'd like to visit them. How much time can you afford to invest? Here, we make observations once each week, with the hope of gathering even the most subtle of changes. You'd be surprised at how much something changes in a week. Third, collect data. What interesting new details are you noticing? What do you see? Has a new leaf emerged? We take 3 series of photos per plant. 1, we take an up-close photo to show interesting micro details. For the sake of visualization, this is like taking a photo of your fingernail. Second, we take another photo farther out to show the plant and its immediate space. Or, like taking a photo of your whole self. Third, and finally, we take a series of 8 directional photos, 1 per magnetic direction, to show the entirety of that plant's surrounding community. Or like a series of photos where we could still see you, but we can also see the street or surrounding space to every side of you. I also make note of what date and time I'm gathering information, what the temperature and weather is like, details that could help to give context. Maybe you're thinking this is way too much data, and if that's true for you, then scale it back. Any observation is farther along than absolutely none at all. If then, at the end of this, you care to upload your data, take a look at community science spaces like iNaturalist and Nature's Notebook, and share your little corner of the world while you connect with others in theirs. Thank you for joining me today in tuning into and sharing appreciation for the phenology here at the North Cascades Institute and in your own backyards. Good luck. I'd love to see what you discover.